Hey everyone, I'm coming on right now. I already did this video, but this is the very beginning, and I want to tell you guys to stay till the very end. I have multiple stories to tell you throughout this video, multiple stories of protection that I wanted to share with you that Spirit has asked me to come on and share with you guys that have happened to us personally, but that you might relate to as well if you were to take a moment to step back. Sometimes things that don't feel like a blessing really are. Just right to the very end of the story, I'm going to tell you about some things that I felt were very mind blowing and that like I said, I'm being encouraged to share with you guys that happened to us that might be helpful to some of you in your perspective of things around you that are going on. Okay. All right. Hang in there. Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome to Good Witch Intuitive Tarot. I wanted to tell you guys my funny story. Okay, well, I don't think it's really funny now that I think about it. I'm really a little ticked off about it, but the good part of the story is something that I found. So I have had these cards, the Gilded Revelry Lenormand and the Kipper deck, for a few years. Okay, I love them. We use them a lot. They're probably my two favorite oracle decks. They are two decks, but I use them together all the time. But when I got them, we were in the middle of chaos. We had an evacuation. We had a huge hurricane coming at us. We all had to evacuate and leave. I live on a little island. It was really a scary time. So, anyway, I hadn't really even used them yet. I had only opened them. All right. So, I was like, let me take them with us. We're going to be held up in a hotel for God knows how long, few days at least. I'm going to bring them with me. And so I did. I brought them with me. And I've seen other people use these cards, and they always had one card that I didn't have. So I always thought, wow, it's so weird how I never had that one card and that card. And I thought maybe I lost it like at the hotel we stayed at because I was playing with them at the hotel, passing time, hiding from a hurricane. So anyway, yeah, this week has been an insane week here in my house. I went to make coffee and my coffee maker died, and I don't have a backup coffee maker. And I work a lot, and I get up super early in the morning. Like this morning, got up at 3:30 in the morning to start working. So I need my coffee. There's no way we are having Good Witch Intuitive Tarot without coffee. So I get online and I'm like, I have to order another coffee maker. So I like my Kruig 1 cup. I have the pods. I just have a bunch of pods. I'm gonna order the Kruig, even though they're expensive. It's gonna be like happy Merry Christmas to myself, my new coffee maker, right? So I get the same coffee maker I had and I get rid of the old one. Anyway, that happens, and they actually deliver to me the same day because I just happen to fall on one of those Amazon specials that are like same day delivery if you order now. And I'm like, oh well, we're gonna order now. So I get my coffee maker. The next day, my daughter goes, in fact, it might have been the same day, I don't remember. No sooner did, yeah, it was the same day, because I got my coffee maker at 6 o'clock at night, and my daughter came in and flipped on the TV. And the craziest thing happened. The TV went black right in front of us. Like she turned it on and it just went bloop and went black. It just faded out. So the lamp on the TV inside, I believe it's called the lamp, went. So anyway, I'm like, oh, that really just sucks. So the good news is there is a silver lining here. The silver lining is that this was the week that they were doing everywhere those pre Black Friday sales. Thank God. So I got a sale on my Kruig coffee maker the next day. I'm online. I order a TV. I'm like, we have to have a TV. This is the TV. We watch it's in the family room. I got to have a TV. In the meantime, my mother buys me console with it has like a little heater inside that looks like a fireplace. It's really, really cute. So in the winter, you just turn that on and it heats up your room. And Christmas present from my mom. So new TV console, because the old one, I had it on an old buffet. So she gets it on one of those really cool sales for Black Friday, has it delivered to my house, and we have to put it together. So anyway, my daughter and I are down on the floor and she's like really good at this stuff, and she's like putting stuff together, and I got a TV coming, my console just showed up, my daughter's trying to put it together, and it is really intricate. We're on the floor, we look up at the dining room, and the ceiling tile is literally falling down because there's a heavy chandelier hanging from it. So this heavy, dining room chandelier light that hangs over my table is on a hook. So it's actually electric comes out of a different area and then it hooks over to where it hangs over the table. Apparently, when whoever put this was before I moved in. This has been like this for years, apparently. I've been here for many, many years. So anyway, apparently whoever installed that just installed this hook into a ceiling tile and didn't go up into the actual sub ceiling above it. I guess the hook wasn't long enough or whatever. I don't know, but these are heavy duty ceiling tiles. So no one ever noticed. But anyway, I guess the years of pulling on this, even though it is very heavy duty, they're very decorative kind of ceiling tiles, really nice. Through the years of hanging on this, or either that or it came undone from the sub ceiling, I don't know. But anyway, we're like, we can't leave this like this. If this came down, it would literally swing from where it is over to where the electric actually is hooked up on the chain that it's on, and it takes someone out. So we're like, oh my God, like we got to do something about this. So in the middle of chaos, trying to pull the new big TV out of the box, trying to set up this thing that is the most intricate piece of furniture we have ever tried to put together, we have now an emergency situation. So anyway, we run over, we move the table out of the way, we grab a ladder, I get up there and I'm holding this thing up, and between my daughter and I, we jimmy it off of the actual chain that it's on and take it down. But now it hangs in the middle of the room where it's actually, I don't know how to explain this because it had been looped over to be above the table, but it's actually it's actually, the electric is actually in a total different spot where it comes out of the ceiling. So it's like one of those chain things that loops over. So anyway, it's hanging. We got to prop it up with a bunch of stuff on top of a table so that it's not pulling on another ceiling tile. So anyway, we're like, oh, this is insane. I cannot fix this. I try and I try and I try and I can't fix this. It's not working. I can't get the ceiling tile to stay up. Now it's all bowed. I'm like, I gotta call somebody. So I have to call somebody to come help. So now I've had to buy a new Keurig coffee maker. I've had to buy a new TV. I'm putting together a new TV console that my mom gets me for Christmas, which was so sweet of her to do in the middle of all this. But what chaos. We have complete chaos going on. And now our whole ceiling, like in the center of my dining room, looks like it's gonna fall. This is the kind of week I've had. And I'm like, this is all before my daughter's birthday and Christmas, which fall at the same time virtually. So right before Christmas is my daughter's birthday. And I'm like, I did not expect all these expenses, right? So anyway, this comes down to my story. I had bought these cards. I had brought them with me. They were brand spanking new, but a card was always missing from it. I'd see other people use these cards, and this one card was always missing. And I thought, well, that's okay. We'll survive without the one card because this is a big, colossal two-deck. It's two decks put together. I'm sure one card's not going to matter that much. Well, anyway, as we're moving my TV, underneath, and remember, I vacuum back there. I've never seen this back there. But when we moved that big heavy buffet out, it was kind of like slipped underneath this section of it that was kind of open in the back. And this card was there, the card that was missing. Look at how new it looks. Look how frayed and old these are. But this one looks crisp and brand new. It's so new. But thankfully, these are pretty firm cards, so it probably can just go right in here. We won't even realize how new it is compared to the other ones. But I'm going to end up getting us new cards on this channel, but not this week, that's for sure. Probably after the holidays, because we really do. We have so many frayed old decks that need to be replaced. But I was like, wow, but look at what card it is. Unexpected income. So this led me to believe, like, I really hope this is true because of the just colossally expensive week I've had. And then 2 days before all this happened, I received my Christmas present from my community every single year. They give us the Christmas present of our home taxes are due right at the holiday. Merry Christmas, FU. And they send us this huge tax bill, right? So this is every year at Christmas. They send it to us like it's our Christmas. Screw you. So I just, this is my week has felt like unexpected expenses. So I'm looking at this card going, this, like I said, unexpected income. I would really, this would be really nice, especially this week. But it felt to me like unexpected expenses instead. That's how I felt. I'm like, does this card mean unexpected expenses? And now I have a repair job. I need a new TV. I got a new coffee maker. I'm like, this is just insane. And the huge tax bill shows up. Like just craziness, truly. But anyway, I just thought I'd share it with you guys that this card that's always been missing from these decks, I have it now. And let's hope and pray that it's true for Goodwitch. We need this to come in this week. Unexpected income would be really cool. We all have big expenses around the holidays. I'm sure I'm not the only one. My thoughts are that spirit works this way sometimes. There's something pretty recently too that I felt the same exact way, and I wish I could remember what it was, but it was something like this where I think it was I don't remember. I really don't remember, but it was something else that happened. And when I thought about it, I thought, well, thank God it happened now, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, Spirit had all these things. My coffee pot was probably getting, my coffee maker was probably getting ready to go. My TV was getting ready to go. And Spirit said, well, we're having huge, really good sales right now. Why don't we do this now instead of having you after the holidays, after you've paid for your daughter's birthday and Christmas and made the holidays happen for your elderly mother and all these things? After you've done all these things, you get hit with all these breakages and things you have to replace after you've paid a huge tax bill and all this stuff. Like, this is Spirit's way of being kind to me and saying, let's have them all go during the Black Friday sales, and so that you're not dealing with this right on the holidays or right after the holidays when everybody is short on cash. Like, let's do it here and now while we're having these really great sales. I mean, to me, this really is the way that I look at things. Sometimes things happen and it is inconvenient, and it's sometimes we don't even have the money to pay for it. Were we being protected? Because if it happened at another time, maybe it would be even worse. So this is the way I look at it. When I sit back and look at it, I'm like, yeah, this week sucked. But then again, it would have sucked more on a week when they weren't having big sales, and it would have sucked more after I put out all that money for Christmas and birthday and everything else. That would have sucked even more, so at least I was able to do this because the tax bill didn't happen yet, and the birthday didn't happen yet, and Christmas didn't happen yet. Thank you, Spirit, for doing it now during these big sales. I was able to replace a coffee maker and a TV less expensively than I would any other time of the year. That ceiling could have killed somebody. I have a house full of people during the holidays, all holiday long. That could have killed somebody. So again, Spirit's saying, let's fix this before you end up with a house full of people and someone really gets hurt. I feel like we were protected in a few different ways. Oh my gosh, I just remembered what it was. So the thing I couldn't remember that happened not that long ago, where I remember feeling the same way, where I felt like we were being protected, and instead of, it was a huge expense. The shifter went in the center, the center shifter went in the car. Like, something happened. All of a sudden, a light kept coming on saying, have this repaired, have this repaired. So before it actually went, I was warned about it, and I was able to get it to a mechanic. But at the same exact time, and I mean exactly at the same time, that same week, my brake line completely went, and there were no brakes in a parking lot rather than on the highway where we were about to be. So my daughter and I were driving, and we were about to get on the highway, and we stopped to get her something to eat. And when we did, we pulled into the parking lot and my brake line went right at the place we were stopped at. And it was thankfully that we took this detour and had the brake line go in the car when we were not going 80 mile per hour down the highway. I mean, this was craziness to have both of those things. And the mechanic said both of these things could have been, a real issue, especially that brake line could have been complete danger for us. So even though these were expensive, you add it all together, and it was quite an expense. The car had to stay in the shop for a while. They had to order special parts for the shifter. Like it was an expensive job, but fairly expensive for something you're not expecting, and it was two separate issues. So, but that happened at the same time. But again, I totally feel like we were only being protected. It's crazy. We had only just got the car. We had only gotten the car like 2 weeks before this happened. And it was a freak thing. They just both happened all of a sudden. It was like Spirit said, yes, you got your new car, but let's tell you what's wrong with it before you get up on a highway with it. Miracle. Anyway, guys, let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you guys feel like I do about this, and that we're sometimes when things get really crappy, it's like we're being protected. All right. Anyway, good luck, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening to my story. Bye.